I almost forgot one of my own rules. There's no such thing as sequence breaking in La Mulana. Well, there was one sequence break, but Nigoro got rid of that one. We'll be seeing it soon, anyway. La Mulana believes in what I call sequence bending. So let's do more sequence bending. Previously, I got 2 more sigils, and they open up a lot of areas in the game. Also, I went to the village surface. I think I wanted to socialize with Zelpud. Oh no, the visitors are dropping off. He's running out of money! That's gonna test the loyalty of his 2 ladies he keeps next to him. Maybe we should help out a little bit. You know, spend some money in the tourism business. There's a gift shop that was opening up down here in the La Mulana ruins. Maybe it has some good stuff for us. But it's not the same way as I was going the last few times I was here. Take a picture, it lasts longer. Maybe I should take a picture of that one of these days, but I don't have a camera. We're heading to the shop. Right here. He has items now. It's the La Mulana bargain shop. We got codices. Ancient magic inscriptions. Shows you how much HP bosses have left. But the guests are fighting their own bosses too. Also, there's an Ankh jewel. Phobos restored this. Also, I like how the Argus picture up there is looking at us every time we buy something. But we got an Ankh jewel. So, there's a couple Ankh jewels you must buy in the game. They're not infinite. But you're gonna need them if you want to fight some bosses. It's like somebody's just taken them out of the ruins. Also, I wanted to buy a shield, because if I remember correctly, I was having shield problems last time. There's also something in the endless corridor I left behind. I should go and take care of that too, but there's an easier way to get there, I think. Yeah, what do you want? Ah, yeah, I bought that Ankh jewel. Samaranta found another Ankh jewel. That's what he means by this. So Phobos is working on another Ankh jewel for us. That's good. This is not the shield shop. This is the shield shop. I should also get that pistol eventually, too. But at least we got a shield. It may break if it blocks too many attacks, but at least we got a shield option. So it's time to do some more exploring. Let's head to the Yggdrasil so I can get that Infinity Corridor thing out of the way. I'm trying to remember what else I picked up in the last video. Pretty much everything else we got. I have to stop by the Elfheim and drop that off so we can get fairy powers. Deceased Crab actually looked up that area. It's called Anufin, not Anfoon, as I was calling it. Maybe I was thinking about Fantoon. But anyway, Anufin, the Elfheim. Still calling it that, though, because it's fancy sounding. I think this is a shorter way to the Infinity Corridor than going back through the ruins again. I should have just pressed on, because the elevator wasn't too far away. I mean, the shop is just, like, left and down from here. I wanted to check out the Infinity Corridor, listen to more brand new fairy music from the Fairy Copies. That's the name of their band, too, the Fairy Copies. I guess it's like a Mars Volta thing. But there's data right here. Freya! What does it have on Freya? Also, we haven't been reading about, like, the shops, like Sidro and Modro and Heiner. Nibber doesn't seem to be in here, though, which is weird. It's Freya, the Queen of the Fairies. She helped the philosophers destroy La Mulana. Used to live in Egglana, which she also wants to seal off and kill. When La Mulana was destroyed, she's hiding in the ruins. I mean, it's not a very good hiding spot, because, you know, there's, like, open air. Like, to the left of us? Oh, it's so difficult to jump in this game. I wish there was a jumping item. Yeah, there's, like, a big hole right here. People can just, like, walk around, like, the off-limits area, and they'll see fairies. Then they're in trouble. Speaking of fairies, let's go to Anufin. now that I have the Fairy Queen's pendant from like 2 or 3 videos ago, the King Frey will give us his assistance. Also, I heard his power has been stolen by somebody too. Here's Freya's pendant. We can bring forth the end. Everyone's talking about this end. I don't want it to happen. I never want La Mulana 2 to end. But anyway, we get fairy lights now, and also Air, the fairy of life. Hey, I think I've met Air before. Yep, we've met. Air feels like talking today. She's been ordered by Frey to heal us. It's the Heal Fairy. She's the most common of the fairies. You can summon many fairies from the fairy light. And you can't get a fairy light if you already have a fairy. Obviously. Let's not get gluttonous with the fairies. Yeah, I got the Codices, I got an Immortal Ankh Jewel. I wonder why I called it the Immortal Ankh Jewel. Yeah, you can't find an Ankh Jewel in the Immortal Battlefield. You have to buy that one. Which is why I purchased it. Also, Mulbrook was doing some exploring in the Anufin, looking for ways into that back area. She's still at it, too. Might as well do some exploring. There's some other things I want to check out. Ah, I forgot there's something in the Divine Fortress that I should pick up, now that I have more sigils. Remember that bottom part area that's kind of special? I had to open it up and everything. There was a sigil there we couldn't touch, but now we can touch it by the power of sigils. Yep, it's that one right there, and GuildEXE knows what's going on. I need to get in there. Come, Ire! Adventure awaits! Let's just jump down right into spikes, like right there, right into the spikes. Good spikes. It's a good thing I have unlimited healing right now. Ire is doing overtime. Ire kind of sounds like a boy's name when you think about it. Get the Valkyries out of my face. I could heal as much as I want. Can't stop me. Funky jump. I'm just taking that in the face. There's no way around that one. And there's a new shop here. It's Shuhoka in it. And we got Alert. I can't buy Alert, though. I don't have any more money. I wish I had a Treasure Fairy. Treasure Fairy would be very helpful. Well, might as well go back to Immortal Battlefield. Maybe there's some pots I didn't open yet. I know there's some treasures I didn't open. So we can't get the Alert app just yet. It's not that useful, but it is useful for one fun thing I wanted to do. Alright, we're gonna head down 2 from here. Also, this is the other side of that room with the boat in it. I can't go all the way across because there's a door in our way. One of those one-way doors, and it's pointing the wrong way. But this boat seems really important for something. I mean, it's guarded by El Ball. Let's go down this way. Hey, there's something glowing in that wall now. I should break that wall. It shurikens. That works. And there is a life sigil in there that finally opens that chest up. So that should be a good item. I mean, it's guarded by the 3rd sigil of the game. It's the Ice Cloak. It makes us resistant to lava. Not immune to lava, not like the Scale Sphere. It just makes us resistant to it. So that's all I wanted to grab down here for right now. I think there would have been a shop that opens up too. Well, I mean, it's been open the entire time. I just never visited it yet. Because it's not important for right now. Yeah, let's go this way. He's too slow, and then he died. It's Tupi Musto. Also, we got these weird doors. Did you notice these weird doors? The alternate destruction is behind this door. You can't get in there without a dinosaur figure. Also, in this room over here is Death and Curry. Curry? It's a curry-colored tent. It belongs to the Kosugis. They were investigating. Maybe we could screw with their tent, but I see dead skeletons in there. Yeah, dead skeletons. We saw the living ones. You gotta whip them a few times. So the problem with this room is you need a running start, but you also need a jumping start. Did you see the walls coming down? I didn't give it a chance. That would have happened to you if you did not jump. You don't get enough time to get across these switches. You've got to jump a little bit, so you set them off late. And that gets us in there. Isn't there a way into... Stop it! Stop it! Spear snake was trying to spear me. Ah, here we go. Aha! Kosugi research papers! We've raided Lumisa's tent! Ah, there's curry, and there's curry, and there's... Wow, this guy really likes curry. Let's see what he left in his journal. The second children. The frost giants. Well, they're icy now because they're all dead. There weren't giants in the Shrine of the Frost Giants, but Locapolis. But the second children were made up of 9 siblings. Zebu, Bado, Nigela, Leto, Futo, Abuto, Ji, Ribu, and Sakis. They have some nice stone statues in La Mulana. Until Zelpa turned it into a tourist spot. They came closest to bringing the mother to space. They had rockets, and they had other things. I forget what else they had. But then their opinions divided. Were they gonna return Mother to space, or should they leave her on Earth? And then a war broke out. The youngest brother stopped them all. So that's why he's blamed for the dissonance. He killed all of his other brothers because they won't stop killing themselves. Rude, am I right? I mean the brothers. You shouldn't be killing your brothers. That's just bad. And wrong. Speaking of killing, it's Ratatoskr again. Nope, I got a shield this time, buddy. I am not impressed. Also, you have a life bar this time because I have a Codices. I'm gonna make him backflip to platforms because now he has a dash attack. And he broke my shield. Why'd you break my shield? That's rude. You kind of cheese him out once he has the dash attack because he does that backflip in place. And he's really stupid. And another crystal skull. Well, that's what Skull App is for. The words of Mumu. Mumu. His parents didn't love him. The Master Skull is in Nibiru, on their ship. Wait, aliens? It is the 4th Indiana Jones movie! They have a great will, and they want all 12 skulls. Space aliens? Really? Anyway, here's the Pit of Time. It'll take you to the Altar of Time, where you can time! The problem is, we got this. There's a machine here. It looks like it needs something important. So we can't do anything with this room just yet. We can do something with the room above, though. I have the Gale Fibula, and I have the sigil for that wall over there. I think that's the birth sigil. Yeah, birth is golden. What is conception? I forget the color of conception now. It wasn't green. I think it was blue. But anyway, that's a birth sigil. So we're going to have to sigil this place. I thought this was a sacred orb. I was mistaken. It's something a bit more useful than a sacred orb. It's good for getting into backside areas. Also, the fairy light is here now. Give me the heal fairy. It's the only fairy I unleashed anyway. We need to be able to get other fairies by going to the fairy guild. And they don't like me because I'm a stanky ass. Hey, their words, not mine. So I see more dead skeletons over there, which means we're gonna have to run for it. Luckily, the switches aren't in place this time, so we don't need to jump. Actually, I think jumping is a bad idea here. Sprint for it, Lumisa! They're coming to get you! Yeah, you're definitely not walking through that. You must run into the wall. Puzzle solved! And that gets us... the totem! The totem pole, to be precise. We read about that in the last video. The totem pole will let us go to special grail points. So, there's a few things I could do right now. I got the crystal skull, I got the ice cloak, I got the totem pole. I could get the Ankh jewel for the Anufin. Let's not go to any of those places. Let's go somewhere new. Somewhere that's actually pretty cool. I kind of like it. Also, my shield broke. Darn Ratatoskr shield breaking and squirrel make-out parties. You heard me. They do that. Mulbrook is still busy. I need to check in on Mulbrook because sometimes you kind of miss her messages. Actually, did she send me any? No, I don't see anything new on there. So she's still exploring the Anufin. I'm going to explore somewhere new. It's actually right here on my texts. It's, Did I even save it? That one we haven't done yet, so I'm going to hold on to that one. It's about the Ship of Life. And this was... Oh, yeah, this is it, right here. Yeah, I opened the wall. This is the little platform I'm standing on, and it leads to a new room with a 2-soul door in it. Luckily, I've killed 2 guys. So we're heading to the place of the Amama, which means we do not need this information anymore. Deleted. The Amama has the Gate of the Dead, also known as Neo-Egypt. Welcome to the Gate of the Dead. It was used to seal the Amarna. I thought they were the Amama. The R and the N were running together. The Ennead sealed them here. This is the warped space of the Red Gate. Also, we got dwarves here. The Red Cap. The 5th Children Midgets. They're really small and they wear helmets doused in the blood of their enemies. How pleasant. This is a really interesting spot because it has a gimmick. Like this guy. He's dead now. Rest in peace, Detune, the 8 children. So we got these things. Reversal gates. It flips the Gate of the Dead. We're gonna have to do that a lot if we want to get through this dungeon. Also watch for pots. Pots will rip you wide open here. So will those guys. They can jump pretty high. And they can drop coins and get you crushed. Don't mess with them. They'll jump into the atmosphere. Since we flipped this area, up is down and down is up. But left and right are still the same. And this is the final room you need to pay attention to. Where all the asps are. That's not an asp. I know that, that's a snake. But here they're fleas. They're long-legged wood lice, but they're also snakes. Yeah, that's how it works now. And here's Neckbet. Maybe you're right side up, who knows? So, take a picture of this. But is it upside down or not? Ah, that's the rub, isn't it? Is this right side down or up? Yeah, I know, I didn't make an English fail there. It's up to you to figure it out. So I saw another door here. I also saw dwarves and not snakes. Those are not snakes. Neckbed is upside down now. Or maybe it's right side up. Who knows? At least we know about Neckbet now. The Ennead tribe. Yeah, it's a bird, but it's not of the bird tribe. The survivor of the 5th children. He got turned into chimeras. But she got completely turned into a bird for deceiving the Amarna. Well, I mean, there could be worse fates. I think she won out in favor there. You must be in the right space or the task at hand will not work to your favor. Which means I did a pedestal. Chest isn't open. Why is not the chest open? Because we need to flip again. The chest needs to be right side up or its contents are going to spill out all over the place, and we don't want that. Don't get crushed by pots! I'm warning you! Ah! I opened the chest and I got hit into another room. I don't like these dwarves. I wish I could hit up. Like, easier. White pedestals. Seek the sigil buried in a wall. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for white pedestals now. Luckily, I didn't have a glitchy chest right there. Got the sacred orb for this area. This is the front side area. And we haven't explored the backside yet, but we could go to like a side entrance to the back area by using the blood corridor. But that's giving away a little bit too much. It's kind of technical, and I'm not willing to get into it right now. I don't think I have this area flipped right. There's an item I want to get, but it has to be flipped properly. There we go. Now we can go this way. Or maybe not. I'm confusing myself now. Which way is the right way? Welcome to Gate of the Dead! Topsy-turvy land! You don't know where you're going. I think I had it wrong the first time. Ah, she's selling Bounce Shot. I can't afford that. That's a sub-weapon app. If you combine it with something, you get more powerful sub-weapons. Okay, I have it the right side up. The problem is I can't get to that sigil. I need to flip. This needs to be upside down. So we're gonna have to use a reversal gate. I was right the first time. I shouldn't have been doubting myself. It doesn't work in the Gate of the Dead. I've been trying to scan that statue. I thought it had something... Now, what did I tell you about falling pots? Take note! Oh wow, that set me back a bit. I lost my totem pole. I lost my crystal skull. I'm gonna have to do that on the off-screen. I'll get those back. You know where they are. I just want to get back to the Gate of the Dead. Oh, by the way, the text is back too. This is what happens when you don't save too often. Okay, the save's gone. I'll get the Sacred Orb later too. There's gonna be so many things I gotta do now. Yeah, Amarna. They don't like you. They will crush you with a pot. Yeah, I'm that skeleton now. At least we looked at all the glossaries. So what I wanted to do is not get crushed by a pot. That's like the first thing I wanted to do. Also, you can't go down upside down ladders. That's why this door is here. Then we could go this way. Trapdoor. This is where I wanted to be. This is how I wanted it to be. There's also a Vajra artifact in here. Brings out the true strengths of weapons. Its power will manifest itself when we use weapon. It says throne, but it's actually for primary weapons. So now we opened up a weapon, but we can't get to it. It looks like a upside down katana. Or is it right side up? Who knows? All I know is I'm in the wrong area now. So we need to learn to flip. Luckily, there's a mask in my way. Yep, it's a mask. Worn by the royalty at the time of their burial. It'll spit fireballs at you if you let it live. It's kind of annoying, just like the one in the Temple of the Sun. Now that we have it flipped, I want to go get that weapon. That weapon is really useful for pretty much most of the mid-game. It's better than the chain whip, I tell you. I keep on pausing in a room, wondering, hey, is something gonna fall on me? Because I don't want things to fall on me! Upside down or not! And that gets us to Katana! Katana does 5 damage. It attacks from the bottom and goes up. It's really useful once we get the Vajra. That's very helpful. Now I should find the Grail point of this area, so I could backtrack and get those items later. I'm gonna have so much homework to do. I didn't do my archaeology correctly, now I got homework. See, even professors aren't immune to it. Set! He left the Ennead, and he has sway of the earth. He left his lands, but his voice rumbles like thunder. I'm not quite sure what that means. I think it has to do something with giving power to words. We can't do that just yet. Ah, that looks like a Grail point, but it's the wrong way. I need to find a way there. If you move the white seal, you will get electrocuted. Only use a slight weight. I wonder what it means by that. I guess we'll find out eventually. I killed the Medjed. The Katana is really powerful. Incarnation of Death. Lord of the Underworld. And he teleports around a lot and uses the Eyes of Osiris. Cool guy. Yeah, I'm going the wrong direction. I need to find a way to flip. Well, I might as well do this while I'm here. I mean, there's nothing else better to do with my day. Open up already. That chest is different and it looks like it's already been looted. I wonder why. That's because you can't even scan it. That is a costume chest. It's for one of these costumes. And if I remember correctly, that costume was the Little Demon. I call it Little Baphomet. So there's Lumisa's first costume you get to see. Little Baphomet. Dark Lord's Mausoleum is the backside of this, and it's where the Marna are sealed to. There's 4 white pedestals, but we need a mantra for one of them, and we can't mantra yet. Only responds to a weight so slight that it would go unnoticed otherwise. So that's all the hints you're going to be getting off of that. Also, here's Isis. This is where the Ennead live. These are the good guys. It's where they've been exiled to, too, for being naughty to the mother. Ra is the leader of the Amarna, and he's the personification of sun. Something tells me we're gonna have to mess with that guy. We're here to defeat Ra. We're gonna have to work on those white seals. Once we break all 4 of them, the mausoleum will open. There's one in Unicorn's room and one in the room of Dark Knight. But there's 2 hidden ones. We got a hint to one of those already. Something about Set. And another one, I forget. Well, you're not gonna do that, Hirasho Ayase. You're dead now. And I have to get this pedestal out of the way because I need to drop down into that area that I dropped past. Right here. I'm not interested in opening that chest just yet. I'm interested in Grail points. Besides, I can't pedestal that chest yet because it's upside down. So let's go this way. There's my Grail points, but I can't read upside down. Flip! Welcome to the Gate of the Dead. The pyramid that leads to the sky is sealed behind here. So that sounds like a Temple of the Sun, Temple of the Moon kind of deal. But at least we got this Grail point. I'm gonna go back to get the Totem Pole. I'm gonna go back and get the Crystal Skull, the Sacred Orb. Man, I lost a lot of stuff when I got crushed by a pot. Good night, folks.